Hello, hello, everybody. This is going to be episode 8 of my Sith Inquisitor playthrough of Star Wars The Old Republic. Elctha is about to face the last of her trials to become Sith and go from freed slave to Sith apprentice under Lord Zash, assuming we survive. The plan is to free a creature called a Dashade, which will somehow allow us to access a map. And that is what we need to give to Lord Zash to complete our trial. I love this. Here's a guild invite. Hounds of Fenrir is looking for mostly friendly players of all stripes to join our burgeoning guild. We're a friendly organization that does a little bit of everything. And then some details. Burgeoning guild. That means they're a small guild struggling. I think very highly of a small guild that's struggling. Because I've been there. I've been there. RP guilds are just a beast of their own. Oh, someone I can heal. Oh boy. Oh, he ran away. I get so much satisfaction out of doing this. Alright, we are gonna this creature is no doubt going to start attacking acolytes. So we've been given some poison to prevent it from becoming powerful and eventually kill it. Even though it was kind of nice, we want to protect future acolytes.
It's right here. Have it.
Oh, I didn't like it.
I did what was necessary. Don't expect to see me again.
Well, that was euthanasia right there. Alright, but that was technically a good deed. The sheer volume of acolytes in here is going to be crazy. So maybe we can assume that this is the final trial for all the different acolytes that a great deal of lords are weeding through to get apprentices, not just Lord Zash. Which means, if that's the case, then only one, if I'm slaughtering so many, only one Lord Zash, will get an apprentice, because all the others have been killed at the hands of other apprentices. They're acolytes, I should say. What a strange turn of events. Oh, I love that squeal you make when you get a... I don't know if that's when you get hit by a critical hit or what. Alright, the first rod. We must collect 4. The Rod of Hate. I can't wait till we get a damage over time instant cast ability, otherwise known as a dot. In World of Warcraft, in vanilla, the first character I played that I really felt competent with was an Affliction Warlock. And all those dots, stacking them up, was really satisfying to me. So we are at the point here where we really need to use Force Storm to survive. Oh, and I accidentally grabbed a whole nother group. Let's do a med kit and Force Storm. I mean, I like the fact that it saved my life there. At the same time, it really trivializes a lot of the combat. May as well kill all the acolytes. I think it's safe to assume that these are bad acolytes since they attack me immediately. I also have neglected a few pieces of armor, making me a little weaker. So one of the reasons I'm not going for optimization is the fact that, you know, I'm not particularly great at this game. Oh no, I meant to heal this guy. Now I look like a fool. So one of the reasons, I should say the main reason, I'm not going for optimization is the fact that I'm not an expert at this game. I was pretty good at Guild Wars 2. I was pretty good at Guild Wars 2. Some of the real crunchy mechanics I'm a little lost on, you could say. This is a game like World of Warcraft that has what they call rotations, an optimal sequence of abilities being used. And of course, I should learn that. But when you go through the game easy peasy, I feel you don't learn as much. And if you have to struggle, I think you learn your class a little better. Or you could at least say that your, reaction time was better. Maybe more competent. And when you do use good gear and the best abilities, you're going to be very proficient. And one thing I've never done that I kind of want to is the various flashpoints and group content. Which I'd kind of I'd like to be a healer because I used to be a healer in World of Warcraft. After a certain time, I fell into that niche and really enjoyed it. But I need to learn a lot about the game before I can do that without making a fool of myself or bringing down my group. See, that's a point of view people will have. When you join a group, you really should be pulling your weight. And in a way, you're being negligent by joining the group without being as good as you can be. So it's not completely unfounded for someone to be mad at you for not being good at the game. Definitely doesn't feel great. But it's just kind of, it's part of the culture in it. You've got to pull your weight, or don't join group content. I probably won't properly learn to heal until I'm in a guild and I have a group of friends that'll be patient enough to either give me some pointers or let me make some mistakes and figure it out in a setting where we're all cool with each other and can do the content without getting in an argument. Patience with one another. In my opinion, that feels pretty comfy, pretty good when you can have that type of experience with your buddies. It often leads to a scenario when the group is kind of struggling to finish the content. But when you do, very satisfying. It's a lot satisfying. To me, it is a lot more satisfying than blazing through an instance to get it all done as quickly as possible and pat each other on the back. Oh, that was a smooth run. That seems like a 9-to-5 job sort of feeling to me. If you struggled and overcame, it's more memorable. I really remember dungeon runs over the past years where we had to fight and claw our way through it. I have some good memories of us struggling to overcome, finally doing it, and really feeling rewarded. Oh, this room is pretty intense there. And they put a little medical droid right here for us.
Please use all products only as intended.
Alright, sell some old gear that is not useful to us. An unsolicited guild invite. I'll just
Be well.
cancel that. So before I enter this instance, my real last trial, I'm going to take an endurance fortitude stem. Give me some more health. And we're going to do it. Here we go. Right away, a strong droid. Now, this is intense. Right in the center, we have a figure suspended. It says Chemval, I should say. Electricity is arcing off of this thing all over the chamber. And we look down into a deep, deep pit. We've got these droids, each of which are strong. Okay, there's a weak one. So I assume they did this on purpose to make it a puzzle of sorts. But some of these droids, especially when you get further in here, they're kind of tough. But what you can do is knock them off the edge. And there, I could loot it down there. If only I could get down there. So once that recharges, I'm going to get their attention, run around this corner. They'll all pile up. Oh, that wasn't a good button to press. Knocked a few off. I got my fingers misaligned, and that could have been a lot more smooth looking. That's okay. That's okay. Alright, as that recharges, I'm gonna do it again. Oh, at this rate, I'm gonna blast myself off of there. Oh, I still managed to do it wrong. Perhaps you get the idea. Alright, here we have a collapsed corridor, but it really looks like they went to some effort to design whatever's beyond it. Okay, I'm gonna figure that out in a bit, because I remember being able to get over that. Until then, I'm gonna waste everyone's time. We'll figure it out. But I do have a memory of accessing that. And it leading down to that pit below where we knocked the droids into. We're really feeling our low gear stats. Oh. Once again, being careless. Another unsolicited guild invite. Alright. What on earth am I doing? I haven't been drinking, I promise. Our only heal is very, very weak. Elctha, we're looking like a fool. We've done several silly things that make us look foolish. Oh. I have a cat that wants to assist by getting in my lap. That's probably the problem, is I didn't have a cat in my lap before. Alright, we got 4 rods. We've got 4 pedestals. The altar of hate. The altar of fury. The altar of wrath. The altar of despair. I think I have an altar of despair in my house. Alright, so our only interactable odd... Oh, the Shrine of Agony. Oh my. Let's see what happens. Oh. I would have almost expected Fawn to be hanging around near this chamber and ambush us when we get here, but he's nowhere to be seen. So given what they described, the Tomb of Tulak Horde had these instructions to do this, which I take it to mean that this chamber has not been opened since the ancient Sith times.
The places Amin's Waihais fools, Gawantida seek from Tauhans. Iptaukida Melaswe Sama, word sign in Meremnai, Saigatrawa Digdal. Tagasar Chais in Parks, Prize war Tairen, Swase Ikbus Karadida.
Uh-oh.
These were the instructions Zash gave me. I am to free you, and you will take me to the map in the final chamber of the tomb.
Ababarna Habens, Glaubena, Ni in Usakwai, Usiterens Apipao. Was Jabe wise Jabe, prophetess, Wisans Jagara Haitain.
Oh, now we have to... Oh, he doesn't realize his master is long dead. We have to give him the bad news.
I hate to be the one to break it to you, but Tulak Horde is dead.
The places Amin's Waihais fools, Gawantida seek from Tauhans. Paprogatua, Ina in Lausolam, Jagasatida tu Ima. Twade and Warpai and Parlaikain.
Oh, we're gonna get eaten. Oh, he's big. He's big. Oh, the screen shakes when he jumps down. Oh, we're in trouble. Oh, got him. I think we can assume he's been severely weakened for us to defeat him like that.
Ni Okpanai, Name in Maidens. Ipsik Baikudana, Jaus Erpai Rojandan, in Bise Wistai. In Bizoze Waitais Bila Presin Kretai, in Bise Ewanata, Atragata Injais.
Fine, then let's go.
Sisunja, Dargi Skolan.
We now have our first companion, Kemval.
Bui Wiljin Goodus.
When he heals, he says, "Rise, little one." So, when they gave him to me here, they put him in healing mode. Oh, here we can read his bio. Once a loyal servant of the Sith Lord Tulak Horde, Kemval was placed in a stasis chamber in the tomb of Naga Sadow centuries ago by his master for safekeeping. Tulak Horde is long dead, but Kemval lives on, a terrifying nightmare from the ancient past. Powerful, cunning, and ruthless enough to slay even the strongest Force users, Kemval was trained as an elite assassin. After emerging from his long slumber, the Dashade is the very embodiment of death and destruction, a reminder that there are things even Sith and Jedi must fear. Although once pledged to a life of service, with his original master gone, it is uncertain where Kemval's true loyalties now lie. A near-perfect killing machine, he could prove a valuable weapon for anyone willing to take him on, though he is a weapon that can cut both ways. They've given us a list of his likes and dislikes. He likes killing force users, displays of strength, and making foolish people unhappy. And his dislikes is weakness of any kind and not killing force users. Okay. We're going to set him to tank. It's his main purpose for us being a squishy caster class. He's our tank. I can tell you right now, Elctha in her vulnerable, soft state is going to disappoint Kemval at every turn. He's going to always be unhappy with us. Now, granted, Elctha is going to harden up a bit as time goes by. See, I find this part a little bit dumb. Everyone said you cannot get the map without Kemval. Nobody knew quite why, and the reason was he would punch a rock. They should have done a little bit better than punching a rock.
Do water, John.
So I will now give an example of the game on easy mode, which is having a companion do the fighting for you and just spamming your most powerful AoE ability, or Force Storm, and you can basically go to Snoozeville. You don't have to try, you don't have to think about it. Man, I love all these statues. And for some reason, I love the way these fingers are modeled, these real rectangular shapes. I don't know why, that's very aesthetically pleasing to me. That guy's holding a jar, and these guys are... What are they doing? Kind of creeping into the corner like they're afraid. Like they're backing away from a Sith Lord who's gonna zap them. I really like that. Oh, I also like that when you enter this room, this notch here shows the face of maybe Naga Sadow. Kemval is very tough, and he takes very little damage. So he basically just runs up there, grabs the attention of everything, and isn't really even harmed much. We're left to just sit back and just cast stuff. Now, I am completely fine with that when I am maybe grinding a particular, resource. I'm going around a map, getting all the resources. I don't want to have to think about every battle or struggle with every battle. So I'll definitely bring out a companion and just spam things. Because it's relaxing. When I really want to engage with the game, that's when I'm hesitant to do so. Okay, we have a gigantic monster called a Tarentek. Who I guess has been standing in this chamber for thousands of years with all these bowed heads. Kemval, go in there and get him. It's your job. He's an elite. Kimval's taking a little bit of damage here.
Sight is like.
It is dead. Force lightning is our most, or force power consumed, most efficient ability. Big old star map. Oh boy. We got it. Returned Overseer Harkin. Woo. That was something else. It will really be nice to get some more abilities, because having so few, fighting that very buff monster with lots of hit points, a little on the dull side. Look at this. We got a giant monster that's supposedly bound to us and has to follow our orders. I already know I'm going to disappoint him constantly. I wonder if he'll bully me. I don't know. We'll find out. We're going to have to pick up next time. And we're going to see Elctha finally become a Sith. After all this time. I'm sure she's just as nervous as she is excited. She'll become a different type of slave, but she's alive. And that's her number one goal right now, is to just stay alive. So, let's find out what happens next time. Thanks, everyone.